What's poppin', South Korea? This is your DJ Brian Ju here in the studio, and you're listening to TBS efm's What's Poppin'. Now, today's Monday the 13th, and it's even scarier than Friday the 13th. Because on Friday the 13th, at least you can go, and you got the weekend coming up, or, since it's Friday the 13th, everyone can watch those horror movies and, believe in all the superstitions and stuff. But on Monday the 13th, what do we got? It's an unlucky number. Why? Because we have to go back to work. It's the first day of work for everyone. But I'm just playing, y'all, because, I don't think Monday the 13th is an actual thing here. But, I've always wondered, do these numbers and these dates, do they really matter with anything, or is it just made up, Because, in Korea and some parts of Asia, number 4 is an unlucky number. So, does the 4th of April or the 4th of every month mean that it's going to be a bad day for everyone? Who knows? Well, anyways, our first song of the day is a great one from a group that some people would call a one-hit wonder. But actually, that's totally not true because they have several hits. But unfortunately, this is the one that they're most popular for. So keep in mind, the song has the word up word of the day inside of it. So make sure you guys listen very carefully and figure out what the word could be. So check it out, y'all. This is the Bangles with Walk Like an Egyptian. That was Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles, and you're listening to What's Poppin' on TBS EFM, and our show is brought to you today by LG Electronics, Sempyo Food Company, Hyundai Motor Company, Hyundai Motor Group, and SK Telecom, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to What's Poppin' with Brian Ju. We're on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, and GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how do you get in contact with us? It's pretty simple here to get in contact at What's Poppin'. We're live today, so you can also call the studio at 02-778-1013 or send us a text at pound or sharp 1013 for a charge of 51, or you can send us a tweet at EFM Poppin, or simply email us at efmpoppin@gmail.com. Or you can send us a Kakao Talk message if you added the TBS EFM as a plus friend in our Kakao Talk. So please contact us, request a song, just say hello, what's up, because that's what we love to do. We love to hear from our listeners. And also, if you want to join us for our open studio that airs every Friday, but it's recorded at 11 a.m. on Wednesdays, please send us an email as well with your name and telephone number. Or if you just, have questions about it, please send us an email and Eugene will get to you as soon as possible. Now it's time for the word up word of the day. Now, the first song of the day was from the Bangles. And before we get into the word of the day, there's that one lyric where, it's a little weird, but they're like, all the Japanese with their yen, the party boys in the Kremlin, and the Chinese, no way, oh, they walk like an Egyptian. Okay, now, seriously, who wrote these lyrics? Because I wonder what they were thinking about when they wrote these lyrics. Like, are these facts? Of course it's a fact, but you could have said something different. It's like basically saying like, let's see here. I've got a song about Egypt, and that isn't about Egypt at all. I know, I just want to, stereotype all the countries. Egypt is exotic, so other exotic countries, let me see. Japan, Russia, China, Japan, what do they have? They have their currency, yen, Kremlin, the building in Russia. How did this happen? You come up with a song that people love, and the lyrics are just like, what? That happens a lot in, the pop music scene. Half the music that I listen to, I'm like, oh, this is a cool tune. And then you realize, you break it down, you're like, this song really doesn't really have a message. Anyways, I don't want to dog on the Bangles, but today, our word up word of the day is actually indirectly related to Egypt. And we want to ask you, which country is Egypt in? Africa. So that's our word up word of the day. Africa is our word of the day. So if you guys have any songs that's related to Africa or with the word Africa in it, please, send in all the requests. So right now we're going to play a song and it's called Africa, and it's by Toto, and I'll be right back. That was Toto with Africa. Now, coming up on today's show, in the second half of today's show, we're going to be taking all the listeners' requests. So remember to send in your requests by Twitter, text, or even by calling us. And since we're live today, you might even be on air if you call us. We've been having, special guests call in, and I interview them and ask them a few questions. So you could be that lucky person as well. So make sure if you want to call us, and you can be on air with Brian Ju. Yes, as simple as that. Right now, we're going to go into some Twitter comments because we're blowing up, of course. So Jinli wrote, on the subway with no seats, so I have to stand up and carry the laptop to listen to EFM Poppin, going to have biceps like Brian G Music. You're not going to have biceps like me by holding your laptop. Don't worry, because the laptop isn't even close as heavy to the weights we use in our gym. But that's cute. That's pretty funny right there. Also, Serena Chong, who is actually in the studio right now. She's outside the booth watching from Singapore, wrote, "Hi, Brian G Music. Watched your musical. It was really awesome. Though I don't quite understand, but really thumbs up. EFM Poppin, cheers." Thank you very much for coming to my show yesterday. I mean, it wasn't just Serena. We've got Sherlyn. We've got so many fans from all over the world who came to my show yesterday. Every day pretty much. Japan, China. And it means a lot to me. I mean, your support, it's amazing. Well, thank you very much. Also, Mayanne wrote, okay, Africa. All I can think of is the oldie but goodie Africa. Oh my. That is what is on my mind. Yay. I think you're probably thinking of the song we just played, but we're not sure. So, I mean, send in the song title if you can think of one, and we'll try to get that played for you guys in our second half. Now, to get into the song, today's word of the day, like I said earlier, is Africa. So you might remember just 3 short years ago, everyone in the whole world had their eyes on Africa. Do you remember why, though? For the World Cup. And yes, that was right in 2010. And South Africa became the first African nation to host the World Cup. And it was a great event that was extremely successful. But why am I talking about the World Cup? Because each World Cup has a theme song. And I think it's very possible that this song was the most popular of all the World Cup theme songs. And if you listen to it, you can hear the happy celebratory atmosphere that surrounds the World Cup. So it's just one of those songs that makes everyone, cheery, happy, just feeling great. So here's Kanan singing Waving Flag. This is the final song for our first half of our show. And this is USA for Africa with We Are the World. So listen very carefully because we can all learn a thing or two from this song. You guys listening to What's Poppin' on TBS efm. This is Brian Jew, and the second half of our show is brought to you by LGU+, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to What's Poppin', and now it's time for Paparazzi. Now, today's news comes from the National Basketball Association, also known as the NBA. Now, the Oklahoma City Thunder small forward Kevin Durant was in the middle of a lawsuit over his use of the name Durantula. Now, this nickname that many people have been using to describe his style of playing is like, he has 8 arms like a tarantula does, so that's why they call him Durantula. Well, it turns out that the name had already been trademarked by a guitarist by the name of Mark, I'm getting mixed up with the names, Mark Durante. Now, Mark sued Kevin, meaning that if he won, Kevin would never be able to use that name again. But the two came to an agreement recently because Kevin didn't really use the name himself. He just, all his fans were using that name. He didn't use it to sell any merchandise or get famous from the name. So, after talking about the situation together as gentlemen, they have agreed to end the lawsuit. So congratulations to both Durantula and the other Durantula, of course. So we want to dedicate the next song to both of you Durantulas. The connection here is kind of funny, but we're going to play the theme song from Spider-Man, and this is sung by Michael Bublé. That was my man, the talented, the charismatic Michael Bublé with the Spider-Man theme song. And you're back on TBS efm's What's Poppin' with your DJ Brian Jew. And I'm going to get into some Twitter comments right now because we're blowing up and I can't, just avoid all these Twitter things, of course. Man wrote, this song has a jazzy jazz feel. Be right on. I heard it way too cute. Well, thank you for that comment. Also, Ong Ni, she just wrote, I request I Love You Africa by Steve Kankana. Tonight I fly to Korea. Please pray for me to have a safe flight. And I responded to her to have a safe flight and to see her when she gets back. Also, let's say we have one from, we're just blowing up, by the way. Nana, she's actually thanking me because she said that, I guess what I told her before about working. She said, I started my new job with your words in mind and my day was better than expected. So thank you. You really made me see how lucky I am for having a job, just living a day at a time. Well, you're welcome. I'm just glad that my words of advice could actually help you out. So I hope you do great with your new job. And, just keep it here when you can, just tune in whenever you can. I know what time it is there because you tweeted earlier, in Portugal. So, wow. Thank you for tuning in at such a late hour just to hear me, talk on the radio. But right now we have a special caller who called in. I'm not sure where she's from, so we're going to have to introduce her right now. TBS efm's What's Poppin'? Who am I speaking to? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Tingling.
Qingling.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, you sound very happy today. How you doing?
Fine.
Alrighty. Where are you calling from?
Singapore.
Singapore. Wow. Today's like Singapore land. We have we have some Singapore fans in the studio and on the line. So, what time is it right now in Singapore? I believe it's an hour behind.
From Singapore.
Is it 8:37 in the morning?
What time? 8:37 a.m.
Are you alone or are you with other people?
Friends.
Okay, because I can hear
I'm
giggling
on
in the
my way
background.
to school.
You're at school?
On my way to school.
On your way to school. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for calling.
Can you wish me luck for my exam?
Are you going to be coming to Korea anytime soon?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I'm having exam this period of time, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, my question to you, I know it has nothing to do with the word of the day, but since Africa is another place in the world, what's another place in the world that you would want to be in right now other than Singapore?
Japan?
Japan, is that for a vacation?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay, cool. Hopefully you get some off time from school soon so you can go to Japan for vacay and to sightsee and everything. So, I believe you have a song request, and I think I know which song request you're going to request. Is it one of my songs?
Yeah.
Alrighty, fine. We got that set up for you, of course, because we have to play Brian Ju's songs for all my fans out there. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, you have a wonderful day, okay? And tell your friend,
Thanks,
or give
you
your
too.
friend a hug and tell her it's from me. Alrighty, well,
hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you just say, can you just give your friend a hug and just tell her it's from me?
Okay.
All right,
thank you. Bye.
All right, thank you so much. All right, guys, that was Qingling on the line from Singapore, and she is on her way to school right now. She's tuning in, but she requested one of my songs. This is my favorite time of the day when people request my music, you know. Get people all over the world who don't know my music to know more about it. So this is me, Brian Ju, featuring Supreme Team with 내 여자. That was the one, the only me, of course, Brian Ju, featuring Supreme Team with 내 여자, requested by Qingling from Singapore. Now we're going to blow up again on Twitter and Kakao Friends Plus. Actually, we have our another message from Kakao Talk Plus Friends. Soyona wrote, "Good morning, Brian. A song related to Africa. It doesn't really ring a bell to me. Oh, just remembered Waka Waka from Shakira. Want to hear it? Will be a cheerful morning with this song. Ha ha ha." Alright, we'll keep that in mind. Waka Waka Shakira. I'm pretty sure that's going to be on deck for you guys coming up soon. And also we have some connections or mentions, from Twitter. Brian Ju Canada wrote, "I love when fans call in because I get to hear Brian a song almost every single time. Woohoo!" Well, that's pretty much how it works. If a fan calls in, they usually request my songs. You don't have to, but if you do, thank you very much. If you don't, we just like to hear what you like to listen to, you guys. It's about the listeners, not about me, not about our writer. It's about you guys who support us here on What's Poppin'. Right now, we got another song request, and this is a song that I enjoyed back in the day, of course. It's a very, I want to say a little out of the norm, of course. The artist himself, he's a very great artist. The group himself, the people he works with. And this was requested from Keiko from Japan. This is Jamiroquai with Virtual Insanity. That was Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai. I said, he's a little cuckoo, a little, out of the norm, but that's what a lot of artists are. We have to be a little bit different, a little, spunky, spontaneous to, come out with new, styles. And I think Jamiroquai's style is redonkulous. It's great. It's original. He sounds cool. The song's hot. And this is a song I grew up to back in the day. And, if Jamiroquai, apparently he's supposed to be in Korea soon, or he just recently was here. If he is, I want to see him in concert because he is legit. All right, right now we have another caller online. I'm not going to say her name or where she's from, but she's going to introduce herself. So, hello, caller.
Hi.
Hi, who am I speaking to?
Marsha from Singapore.
Marsha from Singapore. You know what? We should have had the word of the day be Singapore today, not Africa, because so many people from Singapore are calling. And we have a lot of Singaporean fans in the studio with us today.
Yep.
Are you okay? You sound a little sad.
No, I'm just nervous, and this is like, nervous sound coming out. Yeah.
You don't need to be nervous. You're on the radio with me. Just think of it like
but
just think of it like you and I are on a date. That's all it has to be. You know, we're at a nice little cafe.
You're killing me.
I'm not why would I kill you? I wouldn't kill you. That's not a horror flick. But you know, you and I are sitting down at a nice cafe, and you have a little, I guess, latte, foam on your upper lip, and I go and I take it off your lip with my thumb, and then I actually lick the foam off my thumb, and I stare into your eyes. How would that make you feel?
I fainted.
Don't faint. We're on a date. If you faint on a date, that's going to be very bad for the future. You know, our first impression is very important.
Okay. Anyway.
And if you faint, then what can I do? I'll be alone, and I'm just looking at you on the floor. And
okay, I'll let that come true when I come over in August.
Oh, you come to Korea in August?
Yeah.
Oh, for how long are you going to be in Korea for?
1 week.
1 week. Is it for business or for, vacation?
I'm gonna stay with my best buddy, Sherman. Okay. I bet she's like blushing right now, but yeah.
Okay. All right. She's in the
there?
studio too right now. She's not like right next to me, but she's in the same room as me right now. So, well, thank you for calling Marsha from Singapore. Now, I was asking earlier to Xing Ling, also from Singapore. I was asking if you could choose a place in the world that you can be right now, this very moment, say for vacation or just, with your family, what place would you want to go to? Other than Korea, of course.
No.
Well, you're coming here in August, that's why.
I was just gonna say that, Japan then?
Japan?
I don't know.
Oh, I feel like a lot of people loved coming to Korea and Japan. What is it about Japan? Is it the culture?
Yeah, culture and cute stuff and...
Cute stuff?
Yeah, the cute trinkets and stuff.
Oh.
And the food. And the food is great.
The food is great. That is true. I love...
Yep.
I love the sushi and the sashimi from Japan. It is the bomb.
Yeah.
Yes. It like melts in your mouth. Oh, yeah. Girl, you're making me hungry. I'm hungry right now.
I'm sorry.
Stop talking about food.
I'm sorry.
I'm fat as it is. I need to lose weight.
Yeah, good luck. You have CrossFit, though.
I know.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. Are you agreeing that I'm fat?
No, just kidding.
Now,
no.
I'm going to cry. Now, I'm going to faint on our date. That's what's going to happen on this date.
You make sure you eat well. Yeah.
Eat well. I mean, I eat well very much all the time because last night, too, I went to an all-you-can-eat steakhouse and had an unlimited amount of steaks. I'm assuming about 12 steaks.
Wow.
Yeah, but they weren't thick. They weren't like normal size. They're thin cut and delicious. But enough about food. We're not here to talk about food. We're here with Marsha Online. Thank you for calling us here in studio. It means a lot to us. And like I said, Eugene should have made today's word of the day Singapore, not Africa, because everyone from Singapore is from calling. Well, thank you for calling. Is there a song request? I believe I know what song request it is, but just in case you want to say it on air yourself.
Sure. It's Shakira by Waka Waka.
All right, we have that song set up.
Because it's Africa.
All righty, well, they have that song set up.
Can I do a shout out? Just
of course you can. Of course you can.
A shout out to all the BFFs right now in the studio and not in the studio, and Brittany and all the BFFs in Singapore as well.
All righty, well.
Love you guys.
All righty. That was Marsha. Thank you for calling, of course. That was
My
Marsha
pleasure.
from Singapore, and she just gave a shout-out to all the BFFs around the world in the studio as well, and Brittany and all the Singaporean fans. And she has a song request, and this song request was actually requested by a lot of people on Twitter today. It's very popular. So we got to play this song, and it's going to be the last song of the hour because we ran out of time. So I want you guys to tune in tomorrow for Poppin Review. Or is it Pop? Yeah, is it Poppin Review? Yes, with Mike Jones. But also we have another Oh, no, actually, no, I went over this Kakao Talk already. I read this one already. So, we thought we had a new Kakao message, but we already read this one. So, like I said, it's the last song of the hour. Keep it tuned here. And this is Shakira with Waka Waka. Brian Jew, signing off. Peace.